Lost in the Warp faction of the universe's finest warriors battle it out in a no-holds-barred, all-out brawl for glory, honor, and blood.
It's DeadLocked Arena, baby! The only place in the Warp where you can watch non-stop action.
Powered by Baron of Dice.
I'm Craig Capital.
I'm Harry H. Hostel.
And I'm Chris Punishment. We're the official announcers for this match.
Today's game mode is Loot the Rig on the Beta Decima battlefield. To earn points here, they'll need to loot the 5 objective markers placed throughout the map. To do this, they'll need to perform a loot action on a chosen objective once in range. They can only loot said objective once per turn, so it's first come, first served.
Just a quick announcement. This is the final match of the preseason. Due to this, the operatives won't need to worry about any of the hazards as they aren't in place just yet.
Now let's talk about the teams today. First up, we have the Corsair Voidscarred, led by the Voidscarred Fellarch, who has brought along the Fate Dealer, Gunner, Kernite Hunter, Shade Runner, Soul Weaver, Duelist, Wayseeker, and Warrior. Running this elf show is Ian, making his debut as a coach before Season 1 starts on May 1st.
Showing up a third and final time this preseason is Cody. He's in charge of the Gellerpox Infected. He's brought along the Vulgar Thrice Cursed, Bloat Spawn, Flesh Screamer, Lumberghast, 3 Gellerpox Mutants, 4 Glitchlings, and 4 Curse Mites.
Wow, that's a lot of bodies to have to worry about. Going right into the roll-off, Coach Cody takes the initiative and decides to let Coach Ian deploy first.
It looks like Coach Cody is using this opportunity to try to predict his opponent's strategy. I think he might have thought of something based on how he's deploying his barricades. I'm curious how this will play out.
I agree, Craig. His barricade placement is very interesting. It seems like he's trying to narrow the pathway, maybe?
For the strategy phase, Coach Cody uses Drawn to the Hum. This ploy allows him to select one objective, and any of his operatives who move within a hexagon of that objective can make a free dash action. And it looks like he'll choose Objective 3.
With everything set and strategic ploys in play, it's time to get right into the action. Coach Cody has the first turn and directs 2 Glitchlings to make their way towards Objective 3.
It ends its movement close enough to the objective to get their free dash, and finishes their turn by taking Objective 3 and getting some early looting done. The Duelist moves within range of the Gellerpox's Techno Curse, subtracting 1 from the Duelist's attack characteristic.
The Duelist isn't discouraged and activates Pistol Barrage, allowing him to make an attack with both of his pistols. The Duelist's Fusion Pistol delivers 3 mortal wounds, and his Shuriken Pistol hits for 8 damage, taking that Glitchling out of the game.
Each team's operatives takes turns moving up the field, and Vulgar Thrice moves towards the Duelist, but he's not looking too hot. And he just threw up all over the Duelist. The Duelist is done for.
Party foul!
The Fate Dealer takes a long shot over the treacherous waters and shoots a Curse Mite out of the sky. Kind of a wild shot.
Two Glitchlings wander their way over to Objective 2, gaining another point for the Gellerpox Infected. The Fellarch marches forward and uses his Neuro Disruptor on the mutant and successfully brain blasts him into the sidelines. Bloat Spawn moves up and tries to provide support for his fellow ghouls.
The Wayseeker moves up and casts Lightning Bolt on the mutant for 4 damage, and follows off by casting Warding Shield on his Gunner, giving the Gunner a 5-up invuln save until the end of turn. The Lumberghast lumbers forward as the Gunner takes a shot at the Glitchling. 15 damage, wiping him off the board.
To end the turning point, we have the Mutant, Hunter, Flesh Screamer, Shade Runner, Curse Mites, and Soul Weaver moving up the field. You know, if you want that sick-looking Dark Eldar dice set, you can find the Eyes of Isha set currently at baronofdice.com.
Gellerpox takes the initiative a second time. As each turn passes by, it gets more and more important to take initiative.
Cody generates a command point this strategy phase due to Vulgar tainting Objective 3 with its Lead the Affection ability. One of the Gellerpox mutants opens his turn by throwing a grenade into the group of Voidscarred by Objective 3.
The gunner manages to save all his rolls. The Felarch takes 3 damage.
Oh, and the Wayseer takes 6. That's gonna hurt, leaving them with only 2 wounds remaining. But no one was incapacitated, and that means big trouble for these zombies.
The Felarch wastes no time getting into action and brain blasts the bloat spawn with Neuro Disruptor, doing a whopping 14 damage. The bloat spawn can only shake off 3, meaning it takes some serious damage with only 7 wounds remaining.
It's impressive that they are that tanky to begin with, though. That would have destroyed any Space Marine. And what's this? Because of coordinated strike, the gunner is going to take a turn at that bloat spawn too.
He shoots and wipes the bloat spawn off the battlefield. Before the Corsairs can celebrate their accomplishments, the Vulgar flanks them and throws up on them too. Devastatingly wiping all 3 of them out. On the other side of the battleground, the Shade Runner decides he wants some action. He uses Slicing Attack on a mutant managing to land. But the mutant saves 2 with Revoltingly Resilient, reducing that to just 3 damage.
Shade Runner realizes they need to switch up their strategy and backs off before throwing a plasma grenade at the horde of zombies. This wipes out both Glitchlings and the melee mutant.
Again, the elves are being punished for their accomplishments by another Nightmare Hulk, as the Lumberghast charges and meets the Corsair Fade Runner in melee. The Hulk swings 7 damage. The Shade Runner sends through 5 as a last FU before finally being wiped out with another 7 damage.
The Fate Dealer shoots at the Lumberghast in hopes of putting it down for good. They miss and have to command point reroll. He manages to do 3 damage to the Hulk though. The Flesh Screamer starts his march up the rig. The Hunter uses his bird Falchu on the Lumberghast in an attempt to remove his concealment.
With the Lumberghast meeting all 3 of the criteria for the rolls to be at 3+, it almost certainly going to become an easier target this turn. The Hunter proceeds to shoot his pistol and does 9 damage, but sadly the Nightmare rolls away 6 of those wounds with Revoltingly Resilience.
This has to be frustrating for the Voidscarred. They are throwing everything they have at these Hulks and they just won't fall.
The Curse Mites choose the Loiter at the top. The Warrior unloads his Shuriken pistol at the gas, doing 7 damage. But again, the damage is reduced down to 5 due to the extra saves. The Soul Weaver pushes up and attempts to finish this fight. 12 damage with the pistol. This might do it.
And the Lumberghast can't save. Finally, it falls. But oh no, for one command point, Putrescent Demise rears its ugly head again this season, doing 2 mortal wounds to the Hunter, 3 for the Soul Weaver, and 3 for the Warrior. This stratagem seems to be a favorite for Coach Cody. In the past, he seems to enjoy punishing his opponents for accomplishing any task. And now a word from our power source.
Are you striving to become a Deadlocked Arena commander? Well, to get started, you'll need to be supported by the best dice in the warp. Baron of Dice is your one-stop shop for premium wargaming dice.
These bad boys are made with premium resin materials and colored dyes. Each dye is hand mixed to and carefully swirled to perfection before being laser engraved with the wicked symbol.
Now get rolling like a Deadlocked Arena champion and test your mettle against our great gladiators, baby! Starting off turning point 3, and Coach Cody is already using a command point to reroll his initiative. It pays off, and Cody wins. Things kick off quickly this turn as the Flesh Screamer is already charging at the Warrior. There isn't much of a fight, and the Warrior is out of play.
The Flesh Screamer then uses Frightening Onslaught, allowing him to fight again, and he brings the fight to the Soul Weaver. Again, it didn't take much to overcome his foe. The Flesh Screamer comes out on top. The Hunter uses Foul Chew to remove the Flesh Screamer's concealment. And takes a shot at him. But unfortunately, none of his shots land.
A mutant retakes Objective 3, putting the score 4-0 in favor of Gellerpox. The Fate Dealer takes a shot at the Flesh Screamer, doing 6 damage, but the Flesh Screamer is able to roll away half of it with his extra save, only taking 3. Vulgar Thrice takes Objective 4, gaining the team another point, and the Curse Mites just continue to loiter on Objective 1.
If you want to get to rolling like our Gellerpox friends, you'll need to get your hands on the Murky Bog set, now available at battlereport.com.
Cody wins initiative for the 4th and final turning point. The Flesh Screamer charges the Hunter and makes quick work of him. Fate Dealer responds by this, shooting in the Flesh Screamer, doing 12 damage.
Revoltingly Resilient reduces it to 8, leaving him standing at the end of turning point 4. The Mutant and Vulgar take their remaining objectives, adding 2 victory points to Cody's score.
The final score, 7-0. Cody wins.
Cody's stocks are looking really good going into Season 1. With a 3-0 preseason, hopefully Coach Ian can use this opportunity to claw his way back to the top.
Now for the final announcement. We are starting Season 1 of Deadlocked Arena May 1st, where 6 coaches will be entering the fold with their teams to try to bring home the gold and see who will be the first ever Deadlocked Arena champion, baby!
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Deadlocked Arena. Make sure to stay tuned for Season 1 that starts on May 1st. Also, big thank you to Baron of Dice for helping us with this episode. Please go check him out and don't forget to tell him Deadlock sent you.